once in a lifetime thing. You like get to be here at the combine, do all these interviews and stuff. Like it's obviously really important for us. I feel like it's a really important part of like the whole draft prospect. So like I'm trying to do my best in every interview and every testing, whatever it is, and I'm trying to enjoy it.
What are some of the things that teams, want to see from you, want to hear from you? Or what are some of the questions that you've been getting from the various teams that you've interviewed with?
Obviously, they asked me about my background. Like I kind of have like this unique story, like coming from Austria, how to get to basketball, like how did everything start for me, and then they asked me about like the just mainly my background, like why I like playing basketball, all that stuff. Like they just want to get to know me.
As the league gets smaller, more teams are playing small ball. How do you see yourself best fitting into a system in today's NBA?
I feel like I actually fit that style pretty good because like not the league's getting smaller, but also like you have to be more versatile as a big. Like you have to do more different stuff, like step out a little bit, like be able to handle the ball, be able to pass the ball, that stuff. And I feel like that's something I'm actually pretty good at. So I feel like I fit in pretty well.
You mentioned stepping out. You obviously significantly improved your free throw percentage and your form this year. Is that something you're working on now, enhancing your jump shot ability?
I definitely am. Yeah, that's something I'm working on pretty much all the time right now. Just trying to get that 17-footer like really. I feel good about it. It's just a matter of like getting it on a more consistent level right now, and that's what I'm working on the most.
More about like revising mechanics, or like watching film, or just getting reps.
I think it's mainly reps. Just like getting used to it. I wasn't much of a. I just didn't take many jump shots in college at all. Like it's not that I didn't make them. I just didn't take them at all. So that's why I'm trying to get the reps and trying to get used to it.
What was the overlying reason for you? Because last year you would have been you would have been a first-round pick. So why did you go back to school? And how do you feel like that has helped your stock and helped your game and helped you mature?
I think one of the main reasons for me to come back to school was because I wanted to get better as a basketball player. I feel like I had a solid first year, but I knew I could do better. Like I knew I could really dominate on a collegiate level. So that was one of the reasons. I felt like with like that added pressure, like being the go-to guy at my team, having to perform basically every single night for my team, like that would help me mature as a leader and as a basketball player, and help me in this next level. So I didn't want to rush anything. I knew I would still have a good year improving as a basketball player coming back to college, and that's why I made that decision to go back.
You made a lot of good points about why you decided to come back, but is it still a really tough call to make?
It's definitely a tough call to make. Like it was like both sides had their positives and their negatives. Like I really loved my experience in college, my first year. I loved my teammates, so it was hard for me to like leave him, or the idea of leaving him after my first year. So that was something that drew me back too. But obviously, like going to the NBA, that was my dream. Like so, I was like it was right there. It was like up for grabs, and I could have gone there. And so that was something that really like drew me towards the NBA. So it was. Like, I think both sides would have been fine. Like if I would have made that decision, but I'm happy the way I did it because it worked out well for me.
Did the Lakers have you possibly going to the Bucks? Have you met with them? Have you thought about that at all?
I had an interview with the Bucks. Yeah, I thought about it. I think they fit my play style really well, so I would enjoy playing for them.